this time. Hacking into the stock market, closing down a bank, fixing an election. It's all easy.
Right on.
What a bunch of trash.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Trash Movie Kings podcast. I am your host, Adam Edwards. Joining me this week, returning to the pod, we've got Joseph Graham. Joey, how are you?
Pretty good. Let's call it a 10 on the Fred Durst in 1999 scale.
10 out of 10?
No. 10 out of 100. I could
so 10%. Okay. I was worried.
Yeah, I would be on drugs, I think, and currently having sex with 3 or 4 women. If I was 100% of Fred Durst in 1999.
You mean the nookie?
Well, yeah. I would also have a red hat on, and this is not quite fully a full red hat, it's just kind of red.
It's 10% red. Yeah.
10% red.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Also joining us this week, we've got Apocalypse Howl. Apocalypse.
Hey.
Hi. What do you got in the background there? That's a raccoon with a cat?
He's doing meme reacts.
That's very cute.
Aw, that is cute.
Yeah,
Is it?
I don't know. What is he?
Oh my God. Oh God.
What is that? Is
Okay,
that the movie?
Apocalypse is playing
It
with
looks
his
delicious.
backgrounds,
Sorry,
and it's
sorry.
bizarre
I'm back
if
at-
you're just
I'm back at my
listening, but-
apartment with my bookshelf.
Yeah.
Okay, he's
Okay. Phew. The dead boar is gone.
Go ahead and click
Uh,
over Spotify to the visual podcast because we're literally
See a
just talking
dead
about
boar.
that. Yeah.
If you're bored, go ahead and click over to Spotify.
When
Do we-
I
do we-
was a young
In my
boy.
okay, this is a question. In my absence, do we figure out a mute button?
I didn't try because you and Justin were gone, and I figured that the puns
It would be
were-
okay.
Yeah, it would be okay.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, that beautiful pun came from Justin Petty. JP, how are you?
Woo.
Welcome back.
Hello, friends. It's good to be back.
Yeah. Are you comfortable
Lovely
being
evening.
online and having your story told to the public?
Your persona exposed,
Right.
not unlike the movie Fatal Exposure.
As long as I'm in control.
Oh.
Did you just freeze?
He just froze.
Oh, that would be a great
Wow.
bit.
Very
He's doing
good
a bit.
timing.
Oh, wow, very cool.
This is cool. This is going to be good radio.
He was about to say control. As long as I'm in control.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
I'm glad that it was just him and not everyone else, and
Yeah.
it wasn't me.
Wouldn't it be funny though? While he's frozen, his dog walks by in the background.
Oh wow! Yeah.
It's like you son of a bitch.
It's like a Twilight Zone episode. Like he just freezes.
Black Mirror.
Like,
Yeah.
he gets controlled by his internet. Oh wow, that's pretty good actually.
Freeze frame.
that's pretty good.
Anyway,
So
moving
the
on.
person who broke that story is JD Karpicke, friend of the show, been on
Hey, guys.
several times. Love him.
3 in a row. I feel like this time I might be fired for good, but we'll see. I'm very excited.
I don't know because right now we've got a bit of a streak going.
I'm enjoying it.
Is this 3 in a row for you?
Yeah.
Oh wow! Oh, I didn't realize.
3 in a row.
Very cool.
And yeah, so this week we watched 1989's Fatal Exposure. Justin, you're back. Hey, Justin.
Ah, man. I lost connection.
Yeah,
Lost control.
just
We
like
came
the
up-
first movie.
We came
It's
up
difficult
with
to connect, right? So
What?
one of the early taglines for Justin Petty's first film. Nothing really happens. It's
Yeah.
difficult to connect.
yeah, I think I've got that on my wall somewhere.
I think that's the brick wall poster. Maybe?
Yes, it's the one that I'm nude on the couch next
Hell
to you
yeah.
in the GIMP mask,
Mm.
which
That's
is
a good
really
one,
fun
man.
because my 63-year-old father has a copy of that on his wall in his photo studio.
Oh,
Nice.
So
Wait, he has
I
a
like that
photo
he has
studio?
a
Your
photos-
great grandfather?
it's his dad. It's just his
my
dad.
father.
His
I thought you
dad's
said-
63.
Whew.
But
Okay.
speaking of great grandfathers and
right.
photo studios, This week, we watched 1989's Fatal Exposure, directed by Peter B. Good, starring Blake Bonner, 2 B's right there, and Ina O'Rourke.
I have to stop you really quickly.
Yeah.
That was your best segue so far. Holy shit, that was good. Sorry, keep going.
Thank you. I try. Yeah. So this one is how would you describe this, like, genre wise? It's just kind of a murder. It's just a bunch of murders.
I think it's a thriller, murder thriller, but with a little history.
Yeah,
the Ripper
it's not really a
thing.
Slasher.
Yeah, you could probably sell it as a slasher, but I wouldn't call this a slasher. No.
His entrance is absurd.
Yeah,
And then the movie's totally different after that. So
It's like a slasher if you're watching it from the perspective of the killer. It's like we're hanging out with the killer, not the victims in this movie.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it feels like
a
if-
reverse
like a
slasher.
Psycho a slasher. I don't know.
It's definitely like Ted Bundy's Day Off. Like he's talking to the camera. He's casually kidnapping women,
And
without
he's
any
attractive. Ted Bundy's the attractive real life murderer, right?
Well, he's the one that's
Everybody-
like, help me load some
Yeah.
stuff into my car. And they're like, okay.
Yeah, Zac Efron played
Yeah.
Ted Bundy. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, I'm getting it right. Cool. Yeah, this guy is Ted Bundy-esque. I would say he's more statuesque. Got a better
Oh,
body.
yeah.
It's got a good bod.
He's got a
He's got a good
Gaston
bod.
complex for sure. Got that chin, big hair,
Yeah,
mullet
but
kind of thing.
It's a wild murder fest, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
of a film.
Yeah, not much of a plot, but who wants to take a stab? I mean, it's pretty much just dude kills people.
I've never taken a stab at this, and I think
Take a stab.
Take a
let me
stab.
let me take a full glass of blood real quick.
There you go.
Now I'm ready
That
and
is-
horny.
that is part of the plot.
Yeah, number one, drinking blood makes you horny and makes you want to kill. So don't try it at home. But yeah, this guy. So there's this woman in a truck with this guy, and they're necking, or whatever they do at makeout point in the middle of Camp Crystal Lake. It looks like, and there's like mist, and then he's trying to make a move on her. And she's like, I don't do that sort of thing. And then she takes his hand, puts it on her boob, and then it's a full-on porn scene. But and then in the middle of it takes a long time. So like in the middle of it, there's a sound, and he goes, "Oh, that's just my friend Keith." And she's like, "You brought Keith?" And he's like, "Oh no,
Okay.
my
Forgot
friend
about
Keith
Keith.
is out
Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart.
This random blonde man.
And he's also
That's
never
making out
kissed
with
a
a
girl
girl.
before. He's super nervous, and like it's pretty great. But like and then he goes out to look for Keith. He's like, I'll be right back. And then like he walks like half a block.
out to our makeout session.
Yeah. He's just gonna watch, babe. Go on. And so like it's not Keith, surprise. It's Slenderman with a sock over his head, and he's dressed kind of like Jack Nicholson from the gallery scene in Batman.
Yeah, he has the
Put that together.
interesting hat. It's not a Kangol, and it's not. I don't know how to
A
describe this
beret,
hat.
not quite.
It's not a beret.
It's
It
like
has
one of a
a
Sam Jackson hat, one of those little.
I don't
Is
know. It's
that
got
like a driver's cap?
brim and then like a thing inside.
know.
I don't know how to describe it.
I think it's a
we'd have to-
driver's hat, right?
driver's hat. I don't know. Maybe.
But yeah, it's like-
maybe.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah,
I
you're
always
right.
like if they're made to be worn backwards, it's just a Kangol, right?
I just always call it Kangol, but it's not quite a Kangol in my opinion.
Ah,
Not that there can't be different styles of Kangols. It's just a brand name, right?
I think so.
yeah.
Yeah.
But when you see it, you just think Sam Jackson. But the one that the Joker has a little. It's like the material is maybe different. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It looks
We can
very
move
much like
on
a
from
beret in
the
that.
fucking
But yeah,
hat.
so that's the beginning. It sets up this vibe of like creepy slasher, like urban legend kind of thing. And then it's just this guy, this like Scott Baio guy who lives in a creepy Madame Tussauds parlor kind of thing. And there's a lot of red, and he has a candelabra, but it's electric. Like it's just some weird like mixes of, he's like, I'm Jack the Ripper's. Oh yeah, doesn't he like start talking to the camera around then?
Yeah,
he
he's
starts
breaking the fourth wall.
Mm-hmm. He's like, my great grandfather sat me down and he told me all the secrets of ripping, and that's what I do now with my wheelbarrow and my little hidey hole for my bodies. And
this is I think at that point he just starts describing that drinking blood keeps you potent sexually.
Is that what he said? What was the
Yeah.
word he said? Did he say virile?
Blood keeps a man potent.
Is it?
Sexually potent, baby.
Oh, we're just gonna blood makes you sexually potent.
Well, I'll have to take notes.
It's like
he
a
said
specific
virile, yeah.
word.
Virile, but it's funny because the way he starts off his like statement there, it seems like he's gonna be the Jack the Ripper that has lived for like 100 years, but then it's like, oh no, it just sexually just keeps you hard, not alive for any longer than your normal life would be. Just keeps your dick up. That's pretty good.
Let's see. When was Viagra invented?
I just a quick question about the beginning, which I thought felt very disconnected from the rest of the film.
You're talking about before the title sequence?
Yeah,
before the theme
very,
song?
very, very long title sequence that feels like the end of the movie of a TV show. Does he reap the blood of that woman? Does he put it in a cup or anything?
Yes, he does.
He's not Jack.
He
He's
does.
draining it. He's draining it
Reaper.
from her neck with a hose or like a tube.
There's
because
a hose.
Oh,
it's like it was like a little tube coming out of her neck.
Yeah. Oh, I guess he got her.
Yep. Oh God.
Connection should be
Man's
there.
labyrinthing her. Jesus.
Oh wow. This is a really intense throat
my
stab.
Who does that?
Jack the Ripper's grandson.
Party man. Party man.
The woman that he stabbed in the mouth?
Yeah, he stabs her in the mouth. It's a really good
yeah.
kill. It's a really good
I'm sorry.
kill.
I'm thinking of the acid lady.
Oh, yeah, no, that's different. I think
The acid lady, he definitely got her blood.
that's why it felt so disconnected. A, he's wearing a weird hat that he doesn't wear the rest of the time. And B, he doesn't use her blood. Like
He was also wearing pantyhose on his face.
right,
Ugh.
which it all seems
Yeah.
That's not
very
even where they
different.
go.
I mean, who
Yeah,
among
like
us, right?
It's almost like it was a
hasn't
proof of
put-
concept
wait,
for a
wait,
different movie.
wait. Who among us hasn't thrown some pantyhose on our face?
Yeah.
Just for fun, or my
know.
Apocalypse is raising his hand as if he has never put pantyhose in his face.
Of
I'm not
all
gonna
of
say
us.
I'm not gonna say that I haven't, but I have no actual recollection of it. But it feels like something that I've definitely done.
I have
I
a
don't
memory of
remember doing
being
it.
fairly young and getting my mom's pantyhose and throwing them over my face.
Yeah, because you want to look like the characters from Ninja Turtles 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
It's fun.
Anyway, yeah. So he's Jack T. Rippington.
Wow.
Ripping
Surprisingly, I never did this, so I feel like I'm missing out. I need
Oh,
to.
you never
I need to do this.
You never found your mom's vibrator and put it in your face?
My mom never had one.
Okay,
well.
so hang on. Breaking
I
news
wanna,
here.
I want to get back to
Breaking
this.
news.
So this movie came out in 1989, right? And the whole thing is he drinks the blood of these women to stay virile, to get his dick hard. That's what you were saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
And pictures.
So I'm looking on the Wikipedia page for sildenafil, which is the generic term for Viagra. Pfizer originally discovered the medication in 1989.
Oh, wow.
No way.
This movie
Yeah.
coincides. You think it was Apocalypse How? This is a question for you. Do you think this was some sort of promotional item for the unknown Pfizer discovery to get it in the subconscious of the zeitgeist or the culture?
No.
Or,
this movie-
like, I don't know, Apocalypse, maybe the government was running tests on drinking young blood and figuring out what happens to keep people young, and they found out, oh, it makes your dick hard. And maybe
first
Peter
of
B.
all-
Good happened to be involved in all of this, and he was like, let's make a movie about making your dick hard from drinking blood. And then the government was like, we got to cover this up, so they invented Pfizer, and then they made Viagra. I'm
Are you
just
saying
saying.
that
I'm
Peter
just
Be
saying.
Good
It's
is
too much
behind
for
Big
Apocalypse.
Pharma? That's a huge accusation.
Look, the government is at least 60 years. Our government is at least 45 years ahead of what we have. So whatever they're willing to tell
ahead.
us about,
Yeah.
whatever they're willing to tell us about, they've been having since the 30s.
Well, it's like the guy said in, what is it, Double Down, the Neil Breen movie, where he's like, we could have cured cancer 60 years ago.
He's right.
Wow.
Yeah,
Been
It's
researching
just like
all the
Sony.
secret government
You guys know the
secrets.
PlayStation 7 already exists. They're just not telling us about it.
Yeah.
They know what it's going to be.
Anyway, to cap off this plot.
Yeah.
I was done. This was just a bunch of
that's
killing.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry.
he kills a bunch of people. He is secretly looking for love in all the wrong places.
She was almost the one, you know?
Yeah, almost the one. He
she-
finds a girl who kind of like just casually says, "Yeah, I'd like to kill people" or whatever.
That's not a puppet.
I mean, it's kind of a bit.
You ever thought about
Unless
killing
somebody
someone?
sticks their hand up your ass.
Well,
The truth?
Put the mask on and let me put my hand in
the
your
truth.
butt.
hold on. He's about to find his soulmate.
Yeah, I've thought about killing someone. I mean, not that I would ever actually do it, of course, but I've thought about it
Dead.
more than once. Well, how'd I do?
You did great.
And he kind of misreads her, I think, that she's very interested in murder. And then he thinks
thirsty.
it's the reincarnation of his grandmother, who
That's
I
his goal.
guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's trying to find it seems like the reincarnation of his grandmother, who would be
Who-
Jack the Ripper's daughter.
Yeah.
And so what his whole thing is, he's a photographer, and he brings in these models and he
Yeah.
takes their photos, and he asks them 3 questions when he sits them down. And the first one is, do you think about death often? The second one is, what do you think about when you hear the word blood? And then the third one is, do you ever think about killing somebody?
Does he just tell us that he does this every time? Because I don't remember him doing it at any other times.
He does it several times.
There's
Yeah,
a
he
lot of.
He does it several
Monologue.
times?
Yeah, he
Oh,
does it
holy
several
shit.
times before he meets Erica.
He does it to the
I guess
the
I
girl
kind
he
of
kills
missed
with
that.
ass.
He doesn't tell us, but he does repeat it.
Yeah.
The kills were pretty good generally through this movie.
Yeah.
But they're pretty good at the beginning too, and I guess I just kind of got distracted and missed
No,
that
my
part.
favorite one was the first beheading.
What the fuck?
Whenever
Cat?
he,
Oh, I thought we were gonna ignore it.
Yeah. For our audio listeners, please toggle over on Spotify.
Yeah, and then go back 30, and then go back like 3 minutes, and
Yeah.
then start watching what he's been doing.
Okay, so he beheads the guy. He puts him in like a fake vice, or it's a real vice.
This is the reveal that he's a
It's
killer.
stocks. It's
Yeah.
stocks.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
yes.
but then he comes out and chops the dude's head off, and like you can see the spine. I mean, not the spine, but the neck bone,
Mm-hmm.
which you know that the neck bone's connected to the head bone. It
No doctor,
was.
but yeah.
I'm not a doctor, but
I'm not a
Pretty sure
doctor,
I
I'm
know-
a cat.
Pretty sure I know my songs. My favorite part though about that scene is like he goes to take a picture of the guy, and he's like, "Oh no, sorry." So these two roll up to his house, and this woman goes to the window, and she looks in, and he has this axe raised, and there's this woman right there, and she goes, "Oh my god!" And he runs out to their car. He sticks his axe in their window, and he's like, "Hey, come on, guys, what's going on?
yeah, we kind of.
It's made out of
a-
styrofoam. Don't
That's
worry
a whole.
about it."
The whole. After you get over the first kill, which is kind of generic,
Yeah.
to be honest, that first kill is really cool with the beheading, because he tapes a auto clicker photo thing.
yeah.
Trigger, yeah. I've never used one of these personally. seems like I should have, but regardless, he tapes it in this guy's hand in the stock, and he's like, "What is the fucking line?" I think I wrote it down. Hold on.
Oh, he's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you taping this in my hand? He's like, oh, because you're gonna take the photo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he
goes, well, why am I
take the photo?
Oh, he's busy.
Because I'm going to be busy. With what? Busy cutting your head off.
Maybe why can't you take it? I want to be busy. Busy doing what? I'm going to be busy cutting your head off. Oh, come on, Jack. This
Yeah, that was a fucking amazing line, amazing little scene, and then he like gets this weird medieval. I don't know what you call these things, but basically like a big medieval axe kind of thing.
Is that what you call them?
It's almost like a halberd.
Not a scythe.
Yeah, it looks like
scythe.
No, it's almost like a halberd. Like it's just like
Is that
okay. Yeah, that's Psy is how you pronounce that.
Psy is what the Grim Reaper holds.
Yeah, that's the Grim Reaper's tool.
No, it's a sickle.
Same thing.
Yeah, I think they're the same thing.
There's size and different styles though. They don't all look like that.
Apocalypse is nodding his head no. I think he's disagreeing.
I can't tell. He's a raccoon.
He's either that or just shaking. I don't know. Oh yeah,
blank-faced raccoon.
Yeah, okay.
He's like doing a Rick and Morty face now.
So then after he beheads this Christian Baptist guy, he proceeds to... the woman that's in the car that he scares earlier just gets incredibly horny randomly because she takes off her glasses.
She takes off her glasses and
comes
she's
out in some
horned up.
lingerie. And you think... I thought very genuinely that, she's in on it, clearly.
That's how she was acting.
Yeah, so they're like lovers, and that's going to be the plot of this movie, is them two kind of convincing random people to come to the house, and then he murders them, and they like fuck, and that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But then it's not that at all. She's just a person who didn't notice that her friend got
her friend is
murdered.
decapitated, like 10 feet away from her.
Yeah, like not that far away. It seems like she could possibly see it from where she's standing initially.
Yeah, and he gave her lace to change into. Like she has some kind of lingerie thing. But then she sits in the photography chair and she's like, I just didn't think any of this would happen. Like then she's right back into the Southern girl that she was before.
This gets to the whole moral of the movie is just like, if you're hot, you can murder and convince people that it's fine.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that first kill is good.
Yeah. So then he meets the woman Erica, and she kind of answers the questions correctly.
Yeah, in the cemetery. He has this
he
hiding place.
He meets a girl in the cemetery.
Yeah.
Along with Gretchen.
Yeah, he has this like sheetrock, like it's a stump that he hides bodies in, and it's only big enough for one, but he can put them all in there.
Oh yeah, the other guy is like, "What you doing there with the rocks and the weird well that you have here?" And he's like, "Oh, don't worry about it, man. It's cool."
And he's like, "I don't know. I think I should be worrying about it." He's like, "No, I'm hot. You don't understand."
You don't understand. Like, are you bisexual or not? Are you not getting this? I'm just too hot. No one can question me. I'm beautiful. I'm basically George Clooney, but like hotter.
George Clooney from Roseanne, though, with the hair.
Yeah, that's what he's got like that Italian kind of. I don't know what George Clooney is exactly, but
I think he's like Greek or something.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, there's like the weird blonde guy. What does that guy say that's so weird?
Some flowers.
Oh shit.
I got some
Karen
buried out here. Whose flowers? The Rippington.
Whose flowers?
Only one man fucks corpses in this building. It's me.
He's like a washed up Keith Urban. That's that graveyard guy. Like at the end of his rope, he's got overalls on that got holes in them.
Yeah, I guess he foils that guy, and then he finds these random two cute chicks hanging out.
Yeah.
You give them a gun, they think they rule the world. Well, he's gonna figure in one of my photos.
Do you always talk to yourself? Not that I mind you talking to yourself. That's all. Hi.
He's like, what's the deal? Cute chicks hanging out in the fucking graveyard. These are my girls.
And one of them's down, and one of them's a stick in the mud.
True. And he goes and fucks Erica.
Immediately.
Pretty quickly, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do too much beforehand. I don't know. Does anybody remember what happens before she gets naked?
There's like 3-5 minutes.
She tells him that she's thought about killing someone. That's
Yeah,
why
because he takes her photo.
Yeah.
He asks her the 3 questions.
Yeah, because he's about to kill her. Right?
Oh, he's about to kill her. He handcuffs her. Yeah.
He's like,
He
have you
falls
thought
in love
about
with
death? And she's like, well, obviously, I was in a
course.
cemetery. And then he's like,
She's
Every
like,
day.
what do you think about when you hear the word
She's-
blood? And she says, oh, I'm embarrassed to say because it gets
Delicious.
me sexually excited.
Oh.
And then
so she's 2 steps away from being like gothy kind of pinup girl, I would say.
yeah.
I don't know. I
Couple
feel like she
steps
was
away.
just saying, she was just making everything sexy because she wanted to bang him.
She's
I
really
don't
eager.
think-
man.
He's
She was
very,
into
he's
any
a
of
very
that.
hot guy, and
Yeah.
he can get away with a lot of things. So he was in the middle of killing Erica's friend Gretchen, right?
Yes.
And she was hanging on the back of a
Candace.
Candace? I thought it was Gretchen.
So he killed
Gretchen
Gretchen.
crying.
Gretchen's the one he killed. Yeah.
Gretchen was her friend, and then
He called her
So
from his address book.
So
Who
he
the
and
fuck's that?
Erica, he and Erica work together. He basically convinces Erica. He's like, "Here's the deal. I hire these models. I use a fake business name. I use all this kind of stuff." And she's like, "Okay, yeah, word. Let's do this." And
Not to kill him or anything.
Without
just-
saying any of the killing parts, I guess.
it's
Which is
super
really weird.
weird
Yeah.
because then she goes to a modeling agency and she hires this woman named Candace Chambers. Candace then comes to the place.
Yeah.
What's his name? Jack kills her.
You're an industrial man.
You're a light bulb, babe. Just stand there.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip the switch. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
She's smiling.
Oh,
A little Bride of Frankenstein action here.
Nice.
little Thomas Edison.
Ooh, a little foaming at the mouth.
Everything burns.
Everything burns.
But evidently Erica doesn't know this because she reads about it in the paper a couple days later and then freaks
she's-
the fuck out.
Yeah.
Comes
Which is
back home.
Really weird.
Yeah, yells at Jack and she's like, "Oh my god, Candace is missing and they say that she might be murdered." And he's like,
And then
"Nah,
he
she
lies
just-"
about it.
Yeah,
And
he's
I'm
like, "She went to California. I don't know."
And I'm like,
Oh yeah,
the
told me.
movie for the last 20 minutes has been indicating that she's in on it with you and you guys are like in
Right.
love and you murder together. That's the deal that I was sold like 10 minutes, 20 minutes ago. And it is not the deal.
Right.
Erica gets pissed.
It's a twist.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, the writing's uneven.
Yeah.
No, but
She's,
it's like a twist, except the thing that is the twist is less interesting than if it had been what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of oddly boring. It's like, what the fuck? I thought you guys were like interesting and cool and murder people together.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I'm pregnant.
It's almost
That's
like
a
that.
bummer.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like the
that happened
actresses are the only ones that
before.
experience the twist. They're like, "Oh, that's a twist," and then we're supposed to go like, "Wait, what?" Like, I thought
It
you were
is-
in on it.
The plot twists are happening on the set of the production.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The woman with the glasses, the Christian lady.
And then
oh my
they-
God,
and
Jesus Christ.
that whole intro scene not having anything to do with anything. I don't think they're just like, let's start shooting and we'll like figure it out later.
Mhm.
Which I support. The one thing I wanted to say about Erica and Jack
Skellington.
Jack Rippington?
T. Rippington.
Jack
I'm
Skellington.
Killington. They have a pretty sexy kiss. I would say.
Oh, yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's like
Sexy
kind of.
kiss.
Yeah, it's like not. It's a lot of tongue, but not gross tongue.
I don't know.
Way
I was
better than
like-
Chad Lowe.
This is a Christian girl,
they
right?
blew
It
Chad
felt like
Lowe
a real
out of
kiss,
fucking
and it was
water.
weird watching it.
Christian girls can use tongue. Come on.
Was that the Erica girl or was that the other girl?
No, that was the. I
No,
think
that
that
was-
was the other girl.
That was the other
Christian
girl. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
Tammy
wow.
Faye glasses girl.
They had
Yeah.
some chemistry.
It looks like they were
before he
both
murders
eating
her.
It looks like they were both eating an ice cream cone, and they digitally took the ice cream cone out of the shot.
Yeah,
That's how
which
much
is-
tongue there was.
That's what you want.
It was great.
Hot. It was
I
good.
thought it was kind of hot. It gave me half a star, I will say.
Yeah.
None of these movies have ever. No kissing in any movie hardly ever is good. They're always pretty bad because everybody's pretty uneven. But these two people kind of had it going on. Okay,
You got a bag of trash from that scene?
Yeah,
Build a bag.
I got a
Little-
fill the bag of trash.
A little half bag. So eventually they start working together. Then they work together in the sense that she helps him find models. She doesn't know why. She doesn't know that they're cannon fodder. They end up getting killed. She finds out. She gets mad at him. He beats her up real bad.
Oh yeah, like clocks
punches her
right
in the
now.
face.
Yeah,
That was a
she has like
stairwell
a
fight.
Yeah,
She does throw him down the stairs though. It's pretty cool.
She does.
She
Well,
gets
that's
upper hand.
that's later because first he beats her up.
Oh yeah.
And then she has a dream or like a nightmare.
Oh yeah, she's imprisoned basically.
Yes.
Somehow
She's
she's like, "You're
imprisoned
gonna
'cause
have
he's-
my baby.
Yeah, he's like,
Just
you just
stay
have to wait
here.
out the next 7 months until my baby's born.
Do your 9 and drop it."
Serve your nickel and get out of here.
Nice.
So she had I'm trying to remember what the nightmare sequence was exactly.
She realizes the door. She's in. The door's open.
Yes.
She's like, "What's this?"
She's in a bathtub.
Yeah.
No, she
she's taking
sees
a
a bath drawn
She looks
for her.
terrible.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
she,
that's
like,
later though. She
robes.
goes
Right.
to each door, and the front door's wide open, and she doesn't leave. So she just goes back. She
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's almost like she's under a spell. She goes in the bathroom and starts taking a bath like this.
Oh
And then-
yeah,
and then he comes up
there's a
behind her and
bidet,
fucking
I guess.
kills her.
Maybe.
Yeah.
There's an alleged bidet.
Alleged
right in,
bidet.
There is
That's how it's-
absolutely a bidet. I swear to God, go back and check the tape.
Seems like a bidet.
We'll see. We'll see.
I'm team bidet.
There is a
But she doesn't use the bidet.
No,
She
she
definitely doesn't use it. She just crawls into the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she wakes up pissed off. How does she kill him? She kills
She
the
stabs
guy.
him in the chest with a piece of broken glass. First,
Oh no!
Rips his throat.
She fakes her own death
by
in
hanging.
in the act
Oh.
of doing it. Yeah, he runs in. She's hung herself or hanged herself, and like he's like, God no, my Jack the Ripper Part 4, and then she's like, you son of a bitch, and like just completely stabs him. In the
She
chest.
stabs
Yeah,
him in the
it's
Hit him
chest.
with a shard of glass
Yeah.
from a window.
Spoiler
Yeah.
alert, he's fine. Yeah.
And
Well,
then
he
they
becomes
have a
like a
tussle
puppet
through the
head.
house. Yeah, they have a tussle through the house. She throws him down the stairs. And then she eventually gets into his dark room where he develops all the photographs. Because his whole thing is like he kills people and then takes photos of them in their
Yeah.
death.
So they live forever. in his
Right.
photograph.
And
Yeah,
so then
he's,
she goes into his dark room, finds his acid, throws it on his face, and he dies.
Meticulously labeled, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a
Yes.
Gotta keep the
chloroform.
chloroform away from the acid and the wash.
Yeah,
Right.
the worst.
He's got like a pack of dry
You
ice
can't
sitting
put dry
his
ice
shoulder.
on your skin though. Right? You have to-
No.
No.
Like you put it in a little
Whoa.
pocket or something.
Hell yeah.
There's the budget right
Is
there.
that's a fake head, huh? Yeah.
It's a puppet or a.
Where are they going with this?
That's
'Cause
not
it
bad.
Should, it should go further if you're gonna have a fake head. Pretty good.
Not
still.
bad. Not bad.
I wish I would have fallen off backwards like the thing, but
And then she takes his photo, and that's it. Movie's over.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
job, guys.
Black and white weird photo.
Say cheese.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Pretty.
Yeah, it really made me want to watch Las Vegas Bloodbath.
Oh yeah.
It's in
Yeah.
the vein of Las Vegas Bloodbath.
Yeah.
It's in that in the ballpark. It's
Give
not
me a
as,
drink.
It's not as maniacal. for
It's
sure.
not as good.
Well, yeah. Well,
There are a lot of
didn't like
heads.
it as much.
There are a lot
Depends
of
on what you
heads.
mean by good.
Yeah. What I mean is, I didn't like it as much.
Yeah,
The
that's
movie Las Vegas Bloodbath was a
it's a charmer.
more fun movie,
Much, yeah.
but
Very charming.
this killer was a better actor.
Yeah, I would say the
Yeah,
production
true.
values are higher. I mean, not that this is like
Definitely, this is a
Hi.
better made movie.
but and it has some more. It has kind of its own sort of interesting things going on.
I
which
think
give
that's
it-
just interesting to think that there's a genre movie of like, hey, how deranged can you make murder? And it's like
guys murdering.
even without going out of your way to do anything sadistic, it's already deranged because it's murder. So I don't know. I just think it's interesting that there's this genre of thought process for writers who are like, hey, how can it, like, let's do basically the movie is a montage of murder. And it's like, how can each scene one up the last scene? And the whole time I'm thinking is, man, I have a plot that beats the shit out of your serial killer ideas.
Yeah. And so I think it's worth, I mean, y'all may disagree, but I think it might be worth going through the different murders of this movie because we haven't talked about all of them. And they're all pretty inventive and pretty gruesome in their own way.
How does he kill the Southern Baptist
The church lady
in
gets
lingerie?
the acid.
The acid.
Putting it into her. Ooh.
It seems like he put her like acid or something. Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, he loves it.
Is he coming from this?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow. Oh my.
Once it starts looking like crunch berries, that's when I just get.
That's when I come.
It's
She's the acid neck
The
person.
acid injection into her neck.
Yeah, that clues
That
you
was the
into
best
like
one.
yeah, this clues you in that this is going to be a little more gruesome. Than
I don't know. I think the sheriff is the best one.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Oh, there he goes.
Fucking science experiment now. It's a volcano.
Yeah.
Is that his trachea open?
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like it.
Definitely. Very concentrated area. Get ready for
I don't know
a
how acid works in this
surprise.
director's mind, but I love it.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know how sex works in this guy's mind, but I love it.
Alright, that's it. Let's say cheese.
Cheese.
Which is the one? Yeah, the sheriff is the
Yeah,
one where
but
it
it's
started
another-
like smoke coming off of his face.
It's another.
Oh, he made him
acid.
drink acid. Made him
Yeah.
chug acid.
Yeah,
Drink
the
it.
way they did that, I think they actually dropped stuff on it.
Well, that was the main character when he died. He,
Oh, yeah,
that
there's
was
a lot
that.
of like
Yeah.
some kind of smoky
I think
chemical.
they dropped something like water onto something that like smoked.
Yeah.
I appreciate the
Oh, okay,
practicalness
so-
of it, regardless. I don't know what
Yeah.
it was exactly, but it's
Because her bubbly like Captain Crunch berries right here. I
Yeah,
can tell
that's
how
funny.
they did
Fucking
that.
Joey's actually got Captain Crunch.
Yeah,
No,
we-
it's like great value brand.
I noticed that, but it's
Hill
still the
Country
same
Farm?
thing.
still works.
Oh, nice. That's not great value.
These were just
that's
out.
HEB.
legit.
These were just
Hill
out. when I
Country
walked.
Farm.
Hill Country Farm, Carbach. We got lots
I
of
don't shop for
sponsors.
this household,
Opportunities.
You know,
County
HEB
Fair, right?
stands for Here Everything's But.
Nope, that's not what it
Nope,
stands
that's
for.
it's
You're
it's
close.
Herbert E. Butt, I believe.
But yeah,
Butts. I think
the
it's
guy's
a
name
S.
plus Butts. That's his last name.
Uh,
Regardless, yeah, the kills are quite good.
Yeah.
The one, and then his kill room. The reason the cop didn't see anything because he's so good at hiding his kill room. Whenever somebody comes up to his kill room, he's like, whoa, 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 no. Hey, what are we doing? Let's hang out over there. There's
He's
nothing
too
here.
hot for anyone to question him being.
I also
like,
wanted to feature
don't
the
look
shirt.
back here.
yeah. Whoa, we wouldn't want to go in there now. You know, like it's so
Why
odd.
don't we go back in here and chug 3 or 4 beers real quick?
Yeah.
Let's just
fourth
pour
one
some
is somewhere
beers, you
else.
and me, Sheriff.
Yeah, so that's how he kills the sheriff character is with putting acid as Miller Lite which is a fucking sin on a variety of levels. It was nice to see Miller Lite in a trash movie so far. I don't know if we've had a Miller Lite can, but I feel like it should be.
It was originally going to be a Pepsi, but they were like, "No, just leave us out of this one."
I'm just glad that Miller Lite is the official beer of murder. You know what I mean?
I like that. Yeah,
it's Miller time.
Hang on, I think there was Miller Lite in Things.
I was gonna say there was Miller Lite in Things.
Okay,
yes,
so Miller Lite, official beer of murder.
Wow,
official beer of great trash films.
Yeah, I like it.
Joe Bob's drinking the wrong beer.
Well, he's a Texas guy, and he's not murdering.
Yeah. And also, we forgot to mention that he's in this creepy Slenderman purple outfit in the beginning. And then all of a sudden, he has like 20 different Tim Allen flannel shirts. Like it becomes a Bob Vila like TV show for the rest of the movie.
I don't think it's the same actor at the beginning. I think they shot that scene, just had it on standby, and we're like, just throw it in.
That was like their pilot.
They were like, look, we can shoot. We know how to shoot a horror movie. See,
the studio's like, okay,
and then the studio. You're going a little far. There's
sorry,
in Alabama. So like the dentist that gave them $50,000.
They used his lobby for the
beverage
This is what
distributor.
they convinced this guy there. He was like, yeah, looks pretty good. I'm a dentist.
Who was it that said?
Can we make it more like Tool Time? And it's like,
that's what my dentist office still looks like.
Yeah, they're in like a dentist office later on, and I think JD was like, "That's what my dentist office looks like now."
Yeah, sorry, I don't want to mention his name, but it sort of does. Still.
Yeah. Do we want to go ahead and get into favorite parts?
Yeah, I'm gonna go pee. You guys do that.
All right. Let's start with Apocalypse.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah. I don't have any furniture.
Are you on a magic carpet ride right now?
I'm just on the floor. Yeah.
He's on. It looks like gravity with your like that's your cord to the shuttle. Yeah.
I'm twitching. It's my umbilical.
Umbilicus.
My favorite part was. It's not my favorite stuff in it is the practical effects. Like honestly, and I think if I were to have to pick a favorite practical effect, it was the original head lopping off where his bones just sticking out. I like that one. I like that one. Like that was probably a ton of fun on set. Making it, and I can just imagine everybody around the set filming that day just cracking their ass off. Like just laughing it up because it's just hilarious. And then I think you watch a horror movie or something scary like this and you see the outcome of what's on film and it's gruesome and horrific. But when you're behind the scenes, it's hilarious. And you're just having a good time trying to make a practical effect work. And that practical effect worked pretty good.
Yeah.
And same with the bubbling of the skin where we called it crunch berry on the girl. Yeah. That worked really well. I don't know how they did it really. And then, I mean, obviously they had like a layer of latex with holes in it that were they used pumps, seemingly. I mean, that's how I would do it if I had to recreate it. But just pumping stuff through it. But it just seems fun. It's that seeing that kind of stuff is probably some of my favorite stuff to see in movies because that's fun things to do.
Yeah, hell yeah. Justin, did you have a favorite part?
Yes, I agree with on all of his practical effects comments. Like those were hands down the best parts of the movie. My favorite part though is an edit from one of the practical effects. It was they did a crossfade from the cemetery guy's head getting blown off. In the middle of it blowing off, they crossfade to a front door establishing shot.
Hey, fuck you.
Fuck.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Nice.
Heads off, huh?
can't do a crossfade in the
Did you
middle
see
of a
that?
head
Did you see that
explosion.
stupid zoom into one of those old shitty doors?
They did a crossfade from a head explosion to a shitty door.
Yeah,
It
the
zooms
ugliest
in
establishing
to
shot.
fucking nothing.
The
It's like a
framing is
sitcom front
horrendous.
door. Yeah, they cut to them in a house. And with that crossfade to that fucking door is amazing. It just reminds me of the Triple Fisher when they kept cutting back to the motel.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was good. JD, did you have a favorite part?
Oh boy. I liked all the accents. I mean, y'all kind of took the practical effects are pretty cool. Like when he dies at the end, we haven't mentioned that yet, but like what does she do? She pours acid on him, just
throws
pours
acid
on
at him.
right? And he's
at
got
his
this.
face.
The practical effect is pretty cool because they cut away and they cut back, and he has like an extra, like they put prosthetics on him, but it still looks like his chin and it's like caved in, like he's coming apart like the Norris creature and thing for sure. But like
gills or something.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. But man, those accents are great. The cop is my favorite. It's got to be my favorite part. He's just like, well, hey guys, how are y'all doing? You know, and he pulls up and he's like, you guys wouldn't know anything about that murdering going on, would you? You know, and they're like, no, we wouldn't. He's like, all right, well, I just thought I'd check. You got any muffins? You know, he's the cutest little weeble wobble there is.
Yeah. Looks like you're not hiding anything at all.
Not obfuscating anything behind that door, are we?
Oh,
crap.
It's my bloody fleshlight.
Spanish Fly.
Is that a copper IPA?
Not bad at all. Well, I'm going to be getting back to the station. We'll be talking about those pictures.
Tastes like a melted nickel.
Yeah, it looks.
That cop's going to be horny.
Got a lot of iron in there.
Yeah, that cop's gonna just fuck somebody on the way out.
Right, he's too horny for his own good now. He's gonna murder fuck.
Yeah.
Like before he went into that house, he had low teeth.
Yeah, no.
You're supposed to be friends with the guy if you're hot.
I really was sad that after he drank the blood of the woman, the dead woman, that he didn't go off and have like a horny ass adventure for fun.
Yeah, because he finishes it up like he's like, oh, gotta use this container.
That was one of the grave mistakes of the film. I think was not letting that guy have like a fuck fest in the middle of the film, at least.
Well, he already had two
the
fuck
blood.
fests.
He drinks the blood right after we establish that the blood makes you horny. Just a blown opportunity. Like you all feel it. Like we were all like, "Oh, he drinks the blood," and then no follow up.
Yeah,
really,
He
really
definitely
sad.
went home and fucked his couch.
Yeah, we can only imagine the amount of horny pain that he felt.
So Joey, did you have a favorite part other than the disappointment you felt when the sheriff didn't go on the fuck spree?
No, you guys have touched on on a lot of stuff, and we've touched on a lot of stuff I've written down. Aside from that, like very good tongue kiss, which I think is really rare in film.
It is very rare.
It is.
Outside of that, I would say the extreme labeling of chloroform.
Bye-bye.
Was it Erica?
You don't want
These
to.
movies
You
are
gotta
similar.
label it. You don't want to accidentally drink it yourself.
Yeah.
It's going to turn into like a really bad scene.
It's like that when you start a birthday card with two big letters and it just goes way too long across the bottle.
Shit, there's not enough room for the rest of the word.
It's like they wrote it. Some guy wrote it on a big piece of tape, and they're like, "Okay, it goes on this bottle." And okay,
It just reminded me of Abby Normal. You know, Abnormal, the brain.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks, Young Frankenstein or whatever.
Yeah, when the
Son of
labeling
Frankenstein.
was
Young
labeling
Frankenstein?
was like something out of that. Where he just wrote chloroform.
Yeah, it's in a
on it.
movie that's not trying to do jokes like that. It feels like a Mel Brooks style joke, so it stands out pretty well. I can't think of the first scene it pops up, but it definitely pops up later when he's like about to poison the cop, and the big bottle of chloroform comes back again, and you're like, okay, and it's next to a bottle of acid.
I think. I think the first time it pops up is when Gretchen shows up, and he's sitting in the living room, and something else is going on. There's another scene going on, and then it cuts to the scene of him in the living room. Hey, Oliver, what's up? And he just pulls the cut.
He knocks on the door, and he's like, "Hold on a second."
Yeah, and he just has this giant jug of chloroform that he sets on the table.
Yes.
Yeah, and not only that,
douses her with it. Yeah.
The moral of the story is that if you're hot, you can kill people. But the thing is, he douses. He's like, "Hold on," and he puts the chloroform in the rag. And excuse me, this paper, but he answers the door, rag in hand, and then he goes, "Isn't it funny that you're here? Look over there with the rag in his hand." He goes, "Huh?" And then he gets her. He gets away with everything.
It's great.
I didn't realize he had the rag in his hand when he did it.
He definitely does.
But I think that's an
like in his pointing hand.
Yeah, he points with it. I'm pretty sure.
I think that's an homage from the writer's standpoint to someone like Ted Bundy, and I think we've kind of romanticized who he was, which I don't like, but we have, and in our society, we've romanticized the idea of his charm, the narcissistic charm of somebody, and I think the writer pulled from that. I could be wrong. Yeah. Maybe he wrote a character without ever thinking that, but it sure seems like that's in the realm of something the writer of this had thought of.
Yeah, I could see that. In the vein of he gets away with everything because he's hot. I would say that my favorite part was when when what's her name, Erica, is confronting him about she just saw the newspaper clipping that Candace is missing and potentially murdered, and she's confronting him about it and oh my god, she might be murdered, what's going on? And he's like, no, it's fine, she went to California. She came and she did the shoot, and she went to California and she did all this stuff. And it's not a big deal. And she's like, oh, okay. And then cut to...
She's definitely not over here, guys.
Right. It's a reverse shot of him closing the door that they're in, and Candace is hanging on the back of the door.
I think that would be a great idea.
Yeah, why don't you just
go home and lay down in your own little bed, because I'm going to be making a lot of noise around here, all right?
It was just so weird.
Jacking off.
I'm a screamer. You know me.
I knew he had another girl hanging out. Gretchen.
You want to hang out or?
Candace's dead body is hanging on the back of the door.
It's God. That's my favorite part. Sorry, I changed.
Yeah, we briefly talked about that earlier, but it is
pure comedy.
That was an A+ pun, Adam. Also,
yeah.
Wait, what? What was the pun?
Out.
What was the pun?
Was it you that did it, Adam, or was it Joey? That when they shut the door, he said, I guess, do you want to hang out?
Yeah.
Oh, that was me, fool.
Yeah, that was Apocalypse.
Okay, well, let's check the tape and see who it was.
I knew he had another girl hanging out. Gretchen.
You want to hang out or? Okay, we know who it is.
Now we know. All right.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything they want to say before we get into the bees?
It had boobs.
Jack
and
T. Rippington, great name.
It had his bulge.
It did.
Ooh.
And
You're spoiling the bees.
Yeah, right.
It was a big old bulge.
ACAB?
ACAB, passed the ACAB test with flying
colors.
This
is an ACAB forward film. Yeah.
fed the sheriff acid. So yeah, I'm gonna get through a bunch of these bees in rapid fire,
Go ahead.
Well, we start off right off the bat. We've got boobs, blood. We have blue chroma.
Yeah, I wrote blue screen.
sure.
I wrote blue screen.
That's a good one. We have bondage.
Mm-hmm.
We do have the elusive boom mic.
Yeah. At minute 37 or so, I wrote down.
We have a bulge. We have a bearskin rug.
We did.
We have a little black book.
Oh, shit. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Black book.
We have a bottle of chloroform.
Bottles.
And then I have one more that I wanna say, but if anybody else has any B's, go ahead.
I got
Just hanging on to one.
beheading.
Beheading.
Ooh,
That's a
beheading.
great one.
Yeah.
And
a bucket for the head too. He had
Yeah,
a bucket like that.
we did have a bucket.
Which was funny because he had the old-timey, the medieval, what are they called?
I don't know, but it begins with
The
a B.
stocks.
The stocks, and then he had this like modern bucket, and the guy's like, "Oh, I guess I'll
he
just
just
put
got
it
like
on
a
the
laundry
photo."
from Target.
Yeah.
It just didn't look right.
I'm going to say boils from the acid.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think I know what Adam
Burn
wants to
victim.
say, so I'm going to skip
Me
it.
too.
And then I'll say black and white photo at the
Black
back
and white
end.
photo is a good one.
Yeah.
JD, did you have any other B's?
Can I take a guess at the bidet?
That's
Is that not
the one.
That's not the one you should. I got another one then.
I was going to skip that.
I have one.
The most important B possibly is the breaking the fourth wall.
Ooh. Breakage.
Okay, that you went
Fourth
deep.
wall breakage.
He smashed it. He broke it.
He
many
broke it
times.
several times.
He's got a wheelbarrow. That doesn't count.
That
Barrow,
makes
comma,
sense.
wheel.
Yeah, barrow from a wheel.
Our biggest honorary B is
Bloodlust.
a wheelchair, and it happened last week.
Yeah.
And the
Oh.
week before, and possibly the week before.
Somebody jumped
And
out
we
of their
haven't
wheelchair.
Talked about.
Wait, we have
wheelchairs.
honorary B's. I love this.
Yeah, that's a wheelchair. That's number one honorary B. It
Wait,
should
there was a
be
wheelchair in this.
Well, I'm not
movie?
done with
No,
B's.
there wasn't.
No, there wasn't. I'm just saying last week we missed it, and the week before we missed it.
We
So I just
had
want to shout out to wheelchairs.
bangs. The cop had some bangs. They're rocking.
That's true.
And he's also technically a Bar Brady.
And
but I don't know
speaking of the cop, we had a bastard.
That is how to work a cab into the B's. Yes.
We got Bama, y'all. We got Bama.
Oh, we got Bama.
Bama.
Roll Tide, y'all.
Bama.
Pretty good
Bull
B's
bad,
in
yo.
this one. Not crazy like the psycho kickboxer. Jesus Christ. We're up to
Baptists.
like 30 B's, y'all.
But we had
They
lots of
can't- they
bras,
can't
I think.
Oh, Baptists. That is a good one, Justin.
Yeah,
that's true.
Baptist,
Where were
yeah,
the Baptists in this?
The
The-
churchgoers in the beginning that he
Yeah.
killed. They were
Okay.
inviting him to church.
I think I missed it.
I think
I
we
love
have
how
roughly
they-
15
Wow.
so far. Maybe.
Yeah, not as.
Oh, we have a
Yeah,
bath.
that was,
There's a
a
bath.
bath. We
Oh,
did not a
bath.
bubble bath though.
A bubble
And-
Yeah.
it was
No?
a bubble
Okay.
bath.
Was
I
it
think
a bubble
was, 'cause
bath?
she
Yeah,
was.
it was a bubble bath.
Maybe I'm
a
getting
big
confused.
bubble bath
A big
Big ass
bath.
bubble
next
bath.
to a bidet.
I'm gonna bubble bath.
Bubble bio.
Get you
An
a
alleged
bubble bath.
bidet.
Somebody said
It was
B,
a bidet.
somebody said B cups earlier.
Legend
Mm.
bidet.
Joey said B cups earlier.
I did think that woman had B cubs at the beginning,
Solid.
but
B cups.
that is sexist of me to say.
Why?
It
Why is
just
that sexist?
It just is. I don't
No,
know
but
why.
why is it? I
Apocalypse.
don't
Are you just
understand.
saying that because it's a B movie?
Am I saying that for that reason?
I don't know if I would consider this a B movie.
I wouldn't call
It's
this
a
a B
B
movie.
plus.
It doesn't have Jerry Seinfeld or anything.
It's like a
It doesn't have
C
any actors that you would recognize.
or a D.
Yeah,
We got that mute
This is
button working.
this is different. This is not a B movie.
This is an independent film.
Yeah, this is an independent murder
Yeah.
film.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
This
liked
is
it.
truly like somebody mentioned it, but this is truly Las Vegas Bloodbath like 2.0.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, his trash bags had like hands falling out of them, and like conveniently. But
Yeah, it's a little more well-funded Las Vegas bloodbath with a little bit less weird.
How is
like,
it sexist to say a chick has B cups?
That
Like, if
reminds
she
me of
does.
another bee. We had
it's
a
an educated guess,
we had a bone
Right,
saw.
you're right. I don't know. It just is sexist. I don't know why.
I know, but what? I'm lost on everything
it's like a
in
girl
life like that.
walking up and being like, "Well, look, based on his dick size, I would say that's a 8-incher, or
wait, based on his dick size, you'd say?
Well,
You
like,
mean based on
seeing
his
it-
I guess, yeah, I guess.
I don't know what else
Seeing
you
it-
would base it on.
seeing it,
Yeah,
on,
right, like-
seeing it on screen.
Is she measuring from the base?
Based on the size, there was like a
Yeah.
I measure from the taint.
Let's rate the movie.
Yeah,
let's rate
so
this
let's
damn
start with JD Karpicke.
Ooh,
Starting with you. Have
I'm
you
just
started
gonna
with you
give-
before?
We've
I don't
never
think I
started
would.
with him
No.
before, but
He always
I
passes
get it.
the buck.
I
yeah,
know.
it's like asking me to pray or something. I'm really nervous.
Well, the-
But you
Stop
wanted to take a
here.
stab at
The
the
table.
plot, so this is the responsibility that falls on your shoulders.
Oh shit! I didn't realize that was a thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it. I'll give it a 3.
Okay.
That's about it. Yeah. It's kind of interesting. I mean, his prosthetic head at the end is great.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't. Yeah, it's just kind of stale. There's not a lot of. I don't know. It's like maybe the argument you're saying about if it's not trash, it just feels like it's real bad. Like it feels like a dating video in a lot of the parts. So I mean, maybe it's just a little too far. But I mean, I enjoyed some of the kills though. It just wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't as exciting as most of the trash movies.
Okay, so 3 bags from JD. Apocalypse, how many bags?
2.75.
All right, that is specific.
2.75.
Yeah, 2 and
Didn't
3/4.
Didn't we say we can't do more? Break it down
Yeah,
more than a half.
I was
Look,
trying to
it's-
keep that rule, and you guys keep fucking it up.
You can't cut a bag of trash.
It's just whatever's
Yeah,
in
You
your
cut
heart.
can.
one in half.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
here's
true.
the thing. I don't know how to rate it then because I feel like it wasn't made. Y'all think it was made poorly. I think it was made by competent filmmakers who didn't really try their hardest on anything, or maybe their style is just fast and loose, and maybe they are people that came out of, like you said, it was the guy from Faces of Death.
So the director, cinematographer made 2 Faces of Death 3 and 4. He was credited on those.
So obviously,
Was
you
that
have people
before
involved
or
that are
after this
are-
film, though?
they're
That
competent
was-
filmmakers with kind of just a rank ass style.
This
They
film
might have
was
just been used to
between.
TV or something.
So he did Faces
Yeah.
of Death 3 in 85, Fatal Exposure in 89, and then Faces of Death 4 in 1990. So he did this between the 2 Faces of Death films.
So like whenever you're good enough to make something bad, but not because you're bad and that's the best you can do, I feel like there's a difference. And so I just feel like you had a group of competent filmmakers making kind of just not a good quality work of theirs. The acting wasn't super shitty. It was all right. And
This is how people
the
are going to
practical
rate
effects.
Netflix movies in 20 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Practical effects were all there, and the budget was there, and the sound was there, and I liked some of the Italian style shots, even though it was plainly not some Italian film. But like him walking through the graveyard with the wheelbarrow was kind of like, felt like you were like, what era are we in here? I don't even know. Felt like an Italian hillside movie, but I don't know. So I don't know. I don't want to go 3, but I also don't want to go 2.
All right, so 2.75.
Two and a half is in between the 2.
I will refrain
that's
in
how
the
you split the
future going
distance.
forward, Joey, from doing these split decisions.
Well, I was saying it's easier to do the math for a half.
It doesn't matter. I just plug it into the calculator. Joey. Joey. How many bags?
Joey.
What? Oh,
The thing that we've been doing for the last like 27 weeks. What's
all right. Yeah, I think this is a 4.
Oh wow.
Big
you
time
said
boy.
you said murder dating video, and I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I was like, that's a really good idea. I wish they had dwelled on that more. But that's kind of what it feels like. And also, because the fucking producer or the director of photography or whoever the fuck did Faces of Death, that only emboldens his case for being a trash person. He did Faces of Death. Doesn't give him cachet as far as a professional. Fuck you.
His name is Peter B. Good.
And it was 3 and 4.
Clearly a fake name. Also,
B is in the name. Yeah.
it's just, yeah. I mean, I thought it was very fun. I think it's a bunch of Alabama boys that like maybe got a couple people that knew what they were doing, and they like made their fucking weird murder movie. And it's like they were like, it's gonna be about like Jack T. Rippington, you know? And they're like,
Yeah, man.
I'm like, yeah, fuck
Totally
yeah.
is.
And no, there's a fucking lot of great kills. There's a weird plot. There's weird subplots. There's weird, gigantic mistakes. I mean, I thought it was pretty great. It's not perfect. It is a little more polished than you like to see your like perfect kind of trash movies, but it's pretty fucking weird, and it's not. It's not a B movie. It's a trash movie.
Yep.
I think that's all Mike was really saying.
But he said it's
really
so
just
much
saying
more
it was. There's something y'all are saying the exact same thing.
Yeah,
but
I
y'all are
like
somehow
it more.
disagreeing.
Well, it's not, it's just how everybody receives it differently. Like,
Yeah,
so
they
Justin,
do.
what's your rating?
I'm
Bitch.
gonna go 3.5.
Ooh.
3.5 bags.
Wow, so many high ratings.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed watching it. Had fun kills. Had some bizarre editing choices, and like
But
the
no
lead man was
funkles.
fucking kooky as hell.
But also very attractive.
He was attractive, but he was also like a fucking nutter. It was fun. Like the boring parts were boring, which is why I knocked it a 1.5 off. But like, it was fun, and yeah, it was a little more polished than trash movies. But it was, I think, at its heart, still a pretty pure trash movie.
But I think it's trash. Like it feels like polished for 1979, not polished for 89. You know, like that's I don't know. It maybe it's just the fourth wall break stuff that got to me, because that room, that house,
very like 89.
Access.
It feels like they'd
80s.
seen Society and they were like, we could do that. And they like tried their best to me. I don't know. I appreciated some of the weird shit about it. I don't know.
What's the tiebreaker here, Adam?
Yeah, because we're all 0.5 away from each other right now.
What was yours, JD?
I was a 3. So
JD is 3. Apocalypse is 2.75. Justin, you are 3.5. Joey, you are 4. I have mine written down. I'm curious as to what you think it will be.
I think you did 3.5.
Okay.
3.5 or a 4. Yeah.
I'm gonna say 4.
Yeah, the woman hanging on the door made it a 4 for you, I think.
And there's a bidet.
Yeah.
I think it gave you your cummies. I think you might give it a 4.5.
The bidet gave you your cummies?
It's a 4.
Yeah.
It's a 4.
Hey. Me and Adam are back on the same page finally.
Yeah. So it's not as good as Las Vegas Bloodbath, which I gave a 5.
Obviously, it's a pure 5.
Get
Right.
this bitch 1 too. I can't. It's so good.
That's 5 out of 5. This one, it's just fun. Like I never felt bored watching this thing. But yeah, I mean, like there are parts that are kind of mistakes and stuff, but it's just a fun fucking movie, man. It's just a great fucking time.
Yeah, this is a crowd pleaser in my opinion.
The effects are really good. Like the practical shit is really good. It's just solid through and through. And yeah, the dead chick on the back of the door. And the bidet.
Well, that'll do it.
Like,
It
come
is
on.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
I would have given it a 5, but
If they would have said hanging out.
Yeah, hang in there.
Hang in there,
it's
bitch.
just, man, what a movie.
What
It is something. Congratulations, Alabama. This might be your best film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
This is your
there's
greatest
a,
success as a state.
Apex of Alabama.
I mean,
There's a Bigfoot movie
does anyone
in
know
Alabama.
any other? Okay, there's a Bigfoot movie that you think is better than this movie.
No.
Where was Deliverance filmed? I don't know.
Not Alabama.
Not Alabama.
I forget.
There's too much. There's too much
Tennessee?
natural beauty to the. There's like waterfalls and stuff in that movie.
Yeah.
It takes place in like the Ozark area, I think.
Yeah, I would guess like more central.
I don't know. I'll look it up
Virginia.
tomorrow.
Take me home.
To Alabama.
What's your mug? What's your mug this time, JD?
I got this from a city called Schlern,
Oh, I like your
Austria.
Schlern. Oh,
It's on the border of Austria and.
Yeah, it sounds pretty. It sounds pretty Nazi.
Well,
You should
is that what
your
that is on the
history.
inside? Oh no! I didn't realize till I got to the bottom. I'm going to talk like that for the rest of the show. Sorry, I can't. Forget that guy.
Anyways, I gotta get bed.
All right.
I thought you said you could stay up all night.
That's what I
Okay.
thought too.
Yeah,
Fine, then you're gonna have to listen to it.
He didn't drink any blood.
Bigfoots
it's
aren't
fine.
nocturnal.
Go to bed. We'll just
Okay, what would you do? What would you? This isn't a joke. This is a real question. If you had like walked through the woods at night and you needed a place to stay and you came upon a house and then like you knock on the door because the storm's coming, that kind of scenario, and
Is
like
the storm coming because all the child molesters in the government are getting taken out? Or
it has nothing to do with that.
an actual
Just-
storm.
That would actually be, yes. Okay, let's say that.
Storm in the Capitol.
And then
Is Keith there? Or
okay, no. So you knock on this door. This old man, friendly, opens the door and he's like, "Hey, come on in. Take your jacket off, whatever." And he's like, I'm just cooking a meal right now, and it's zucchini, it's squash, it's a cucumber salad.
All
He's
penis
got
things?
roasted corn, and everything's delicious. And
Wait,
sausages
Apocalypse.
and some bratwursts that are just freshly made. And then while you're eating it, he
Are
was
you
like,
just reading this?
Does this have
No,
anything to do with
I'm
your
asking
screen being
you.
gone? Because I'm scared.
Mike, this you're
Just listen.
basically you're writing a
Mike.
recipe website page.
and then he says, but okay, so you haven't started eating yet. But then everything looks delicious, and he's like, all of this food has been up my ass.
Okay.
Oh,
What would you do?
zucchini.
What would I do?
Dude.
What would you do?
Interesting hypothetical.
But it's all been washed, and
leave.
it's all been prepared.
Wait, have you already eaten it?
No, I'm saying you have the like. You,
Oh,
you
he
have-
pre- he
you haven't
presents
eaten
it to
in
you.
days. You haven't eaten in days. You're hungry as fuck. This is
it
your
cooked?
only option to eat. Yeah, it's all been washed since it's been. But he did
Oh,
finger.
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna eat his ass
slam
veggies. I'm gonna eat them.
It's been washed.
I'm gonna eat his ass
Nasty.
veggies.
That's gross.
Are you
Why
not
is this-
suspicious that there's sausages and zucchini and?
Why are you
cucumber? Like, that
suspicious? He
doesn't
straight
really
up
go
told
together.
you.
Yeah, I mean, clearly all these things fit up your ass.
No, before he says anything, I'd be like,
yeah,
wait,
I'm already
what is
pretty
this dish?
suspicious.
Like, what are we having? Oh, okay.
ass food.
Yeah.
He's like, you can eat anything here, and it's all prepared by
Yeah.
a professional chef.
A
And he
banana
says-
salad with cucumbers. Wait, what?
Wait, hang on.
A banana.
It's like just all this. It's all.
How long can you keep a cucumber in your ass before it becomes a pickle?
I have no idea. 3.
I think I heard a ghost.
A 1, a 2.
A 1.
There's a ghost. Anyway, we rated the movie. What is the average?
Yeah. So that is 3.45 bags of trash from Trash Movie Kings.
5.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you for that stupid
pretty high
rating.
score.
That is
Howl.
Fatal Exposure, 1989, directed by Peter B. Good.
Thank you, Peter B. Good.
Thank you so much for your vision and your gift to this world. Yeah, that's, again, 1989's Fatal Exposure. Trash Movie Kings podcast. Shoot us an email, trashmoviekings@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that good shit. Trash Movie Kings. I'm your host, Adam Edwards. Joining me this week, Joseph Graham, Apocalypse Howl, Justin Petty, and JD Karpicke. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you all for giving up your Thursday nights, Friday mornings, and we'll see you next time.